And now, World Improv Network proudly presents Community Court.
When common decency between two parties cannot solve a dispute, Community Court is there to solve the problem.
All please rise for the most Honorable Judge Kenneth Vicarro.
All right. Thank you, Bailiff Cliff. Gosh, I'm sorry I had 2 bean burritos, and that's 2 bean burritos too many. But that will not stop justice and the light of liberty from shining down on you folks today. So let's meet our defendant first. This is a rock star. That's what you have listed for your occupation, Mr. Piercing? Is that correct?
Yeah, brah, clear as day, rock on.
Alright, and then the plaintiff you have listed here as your occupation, groupie? Groupie, is that correct?
Groupie, Your Honor.
Groupie, alright, and Mr. Winston, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Alright, what exactly is your complaint towards Mr. Piercing? You're on the spotlight's on you. I asked you a question.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, I am suing Mr. Piercing for damages for love not returned.
Oh.
That's just wrong, because he understands, when you have a rock star life, you just kind of hop around and do your thing. So I don't know, this is preposterous, Your Honor.
That's no excuse for treating other people like dirt, Mr. Piercing.
All right, let's not get out of hand here.
Well,
Mr. Winston, do you have a particular incident where love was not returned?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could you please relay that story to the court?
Yes. So I had been following Batwing, that's Mr. Piercing's band for which he is the lead singer. I had been following them for their entire summer tour. I had been on 25 consecutive shows.
All right.
And I met Mr. Piercing after the final show of the tour in Bakersfield, California, and I presented Mr. Piercing with a scrapbook that I had made with a little piece of memorabilia or a remembrance from all 25 stops on the summer tour, and Mr.
That's all right.
Sorry, Your Honor. This was
Bailiff, could you please give the plaintiff a tissue?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, there you go. Now, please continue with your story.
So I made the scrapbook, and it, had something from every place we'd been, some, like a bottle cap from the Coke that Mr. Piercing had purchased at the gas station.
Now, I'm sorry,
some hair that I had cut off of myself.
Okay.
And I gave it to him, and he didn't even thank me. He took it and he walked away, and I saw him throw it away before he got on the tour bus.
Your Honor, bro, he was kind of excessive, he was stalking me, it wasn't just like he's sharing it for 25 shows, but as soon as you start cutting your own hair and stealing my bottle caps, and putting them in mementos, even he left a piece of his, left quarter calf of a sock, in that scrapbook, and, it just kind of freaked me out, so I had to throw it away before I just got overtaken by a complete
Let love in, Mr. Piercing.
All right, love will get in at some point, but maybe not from you, Mr. Winston. Now, excuse me. All right, this is my courtroom, okay? Now I have a question.
Sure.
Had you two met each other before this scrapbook exchanging incident?
Oh, absolutely, Your Honor. I waited outside of the door, outside the band doors at every single show on this tour and for several tours in years previous. And I have shook hands and actually introduced myself and met Mr. Piercing at least 17 different times.
Mr. Piercing, do you recollect this?
Not at all, I have no clue, because, usually I tell my security staff that only women are allowed, to come shake my hand and to come to the backstage area of the concert, so I don't remember any of it, but then again, he's so deliberate and so aggressive with his, his approach.
Your Honor, I was in disguise as a woman several of the times when I met Mr. Piercing. Here I have some pictures of myself as a woman. So, Mr. Piercing might thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I can't, discount those pictures. That is him, Mr. Winston. I didn't realize how hot he was as a girl. And now I can see it by his profile, standing next to me 20 feet away. I can see it by his nose that is the same girl, and so in that respect I apologize, but he was disingenuous with his efforts and his approach to meet me,
Yeah, that's dishonest.
It's dishonest.
Well, it was my only option, Your Honor.
Yeah, I can tell that you are a big fan of Mr. Piercing, Mr. Winston, because
I'm the biggest fan.
Well, you're even wearing a shirt with his face on it, which is...
this is actually a full torso tattoo, Your Honor.
Oh, my gosh.
Your Honor, I just want to have a question since you have, those pictures and evidence. Can you ask, Mr. Winston, perhaps, where you got that hair, that long blonde hair, because I think that's really what attracted me to him. And I was wondering maybe if you got that from India or maybe from a Russian woman or something, because that was hot, and maybe that's why I kind of cave in all 17 times to shake his hand, and kiss him on the cheek.
Is that the extent of your interactions, is shaking hands and cheek kissing?
No, Your Honor.
Well, sometimes, in the heat of the moment, things just kind of happen. And maybe I kissed 2 of his other cheeks as well along the way. But again, he allured me.
Your Honor, we were intimate twice.
He allured me, with that really sexy blonde Indian or Russian-made hair, and then the fact that he was so disingenuous just kind of took me off my feet, Your Honor.
Just to point
Everything
out,
I said to you was true.
All right. Hey, we don't need, that's your third emotional outburst, Mr. Winston. And if you have one more of those, I will be forced to have the bailiff escort you out of my courtroom. Is that understood?
I understand, Judge Vicarro.
All right. Now put a leash on those emotions. All right. And just to clarify for Mr. Pearson, I don't imagine a whole lot of blonde hairs coming out of India. But probably out of Russia for sure.
Well, see, and that's kind of the problem, because most of the groupies, come around seem to be Russian, because the kind of music we play like a stand-up army polka, so
what? R&B polka?
Yeah, stand-up R&B polka, so that draws a lot of Russian fans from around the world. So that's why he, again, deceived me again by being disingenuous with that beautiful long Russian hair that he had.
I only deceived you with my appearance.
But you also stole my emotions, because I wouldn't have fallen for you, Mr. Winston, like that, looking like as you are right now with your suit and tie on and, your normal hair and scruffy face. I wouldn't have fell for you, man,
Excuse me, Your Honor, is it okay if I wear a wig in court?
I will allow it.
Oh,
wow, those are some locks, if I've ever seen them.
That is the most beautiful hair I've ever seen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you want an autograph, Mrs. Winston?
It's Ms. Winston.
Well, if you keep talking like that, perhaps we can make it Mrs. Piercing.
Oh, let's go to Vegas now.
Okay, Your Honor, can we request to adjourn this court for a little bit so we can go to Vegas,
I will not only adjourn the court, but I will dismiss the case, as it seems that
Your Honor.
We have a reconciliation. It sounds like things are just kind of complicated, and there's some tension. And I can understand that, working on the road as a musician. I actually was in a band in college, and we played a couple gigs, and
Bro, what kind of music did you play? I'd like to hear it, Your Honor.
Well, we played some smooth jazz.
Oh.
You're looking at a killer bass player, upright bass.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know if you know this, but the inspiration for R&B stand-up polka comes straight from jazz.
Oh, no way.
Absolutely. So, maybe you've been one of those drivers for me, for our band, for where we are today.
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, all the tapes were lost, but I bet you might find one at a garage sale somewhere. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to dismiss this case. I think there's a lot. I think there's a future between you two. It just takes some patience and a lot of communication.
Thank you for understanding, Your Honor.
Certainly.
Now, let's go outside to the courtroom live, to Wilford Taylor, to hear post-trial thoughts from the plaintiff and the defendant.
Hi, I'm Wilford Taylor, and I'm standing here with Mr. Piercing. He's a rock star in the band Batwing, and he just left the courtroom after Judge Vicarro dismissed the case. Mr. Piercing, you're standing here with the plaintiff, Mr. Winston, or Ms. Winston, I guess. How are you two feeling after having your case thrown out?
Well, after more stroking of that beautiful blonde Russian hair of Miss Winston, I think things are going a lot better than I anticipated, when I first walked into court today. And in actual fact, maybe this is kind of a blessing in disguise.
Miss Winston, your thoughts and feelings and opinions on the matter?
I'm so happy, that I'm going to get to spend the rest of my life with Bobby. And, I just think it's wonderful that the Honorable Judge Vicarro let love win today.
Oh, you soon make me so happy. You're going to be Mrs. Piercing before you know.
Well, there you go. Another happy ending for a case overlooked by or looked over by Judge Vicarro, where, as you heard, love won today.
The verdict has been made, and the court of law has spoken. Tune in next week for another fascinating episode of Community Court.
When we'll be right back with another riveting episode of Truth and Justice, only on KZKO, The Vibe.